Now, some people are going to want to beat him down. Some people are going to want to stab him. Some people are going to want to stab him in the anus with their wiener penis. Some people are going to want to penetrate him with way weirder shit than that. Some people are going to want to force him to eat human feces. Some people are going to want to cut him open and stuff human feces inside the open wounds that they make on this dude.
We now have more information about this suspect.
It's the accused assassin posing with a .50 caliber machine gun. Investigators also revealed that Kirk's assassin left behind bullet casings with political messages. One says, "Hey fascists, catch." Another says, "Bella Ciao Ciao Ciao," a song used in the video game Far Cry 6 and which radical elements have adopted as an anti-fascist anthem.
Bella Ciao Ciao Ciao.
I hear all the time that words are violence. Words are not violence. Violence is violence.
Tyler Robinson also posed with an anti-tank missile launcher. Here's what we've learned about the 22-year-old suspect accused of the political assassination that is shocking America. There was also a reference on the bullets to a violent video game, Helldivers 2.
And there is one person responsible for what happened here.
Hey there guys, today we're talking about Tyler Robinson, the alleged assassin in the brutal slaying of Charlie Kirk, and what would happen to him in prison if he was convicted, and what's happening to him in jail right now. As somebody who's been to many county jails and who's also served time in 7 different prisons, I'm gonna give you my personal rundown on what I think is gonna happen in this situation, so let's get into this right now. First of all, I think it's important that I let you guys know that I do not believe the FBI's narrative that this was just a one-person, unhinged, deranged psychopath working on his own type of an idea. That doesn't make sense to me, and I've absolutely analyzed all of the evidence that has been provided, from the video to watching and hearing the shot, understanding where the gun was placed that they found. The entire thing stinks to me, but that's going to be for a complete and total other video. Today we're going to go under the assumption that he is guilty, that he's the only one that's guilty, and that he ends up getting convicted and goes to prison, because everybody keeps asking me what's going to happen to this piece of shit in prison.
Your ass belongs to me.
So Tyler Robinson is currently being housed in the Utah County Jail. He's booked in on charges of aggravated murder, felony discharge of a firearm, and obstruction of justice. Jail officials placed Robinson under special watch in a special housing unit to determine if he poses a risk to himself or others. So what is special besides what his mom used to call him? Because clearly this dude is a fucking retard. Well, remember when they had Epstein and they put him in that special Epstein suicide watch cell? Yeah, that's exactly where they've got him. They've got him in a cell that is under constant observation. If he has any clothing at all whatsoever, it's one of those turtle suits. A turtle suit is a tear-proof robe, sort of a get-down, so that he can't tear pieces off of it to be able to swing himself from something like Epstein did while he was still under suicide watch. They have him under constant surveillance with a camera in the corner of the room that is looking down at him. And some places give you a turtle suit, but I've also been in places where I've seen that they put people in what they call butt naked cells. And that's exactly what it sounds like. They put you in one of these cells completely booty ass naked and have a camera pointed at you 24/7. Now, this is usually a 72-hour evaluation, but they can keep you in there for an indeterminate amount of time. And this dude is not getting out of his cell. It's absolutely miserable in one of these things. Imagine living in a cement bathroom with nothing but a toilet and a mattress and a little sink at the top of the toilet, and you are in there 24 hours a day. You don't get any books, you don't get any TV, you have literally nothing to do except think about what you did. Which is exactly what this piece of shit deserves. Now, once he gets out of this, they're going to be placing him in an AgSed cell. And it's going to be the same exact sort of scenario in there, except he might get normal, regular jail clothes. Other than that, he's going to be in there non-stop. Now, all of this is to keep him physically safe, and the only reason that they're doing that is because he has public appearances to make. And if he goes into court all beat up in a wheelchair with half of his shit caved in and a couple extra holes in his neck, it makes it look like they're not doing their job. And the DOC hates it when it looks like they're not doing their job. Same thing with county jails. They're gonna try to keep him in one piece for long enough to get him out of the public eye. But as soon as that's over, as soon as he's sentenced and nobody's gonna see him again for any amount of time on the news, on camera, like what he currently looks like, that's when the real magic happens. Now, one thing that a lot of people don't understand about Utah state prisons is back in 2021, they actually integrated their death row inmates with all their other inmates instead of keeping them separately housed, which was not only for other inmates' safety, but also for the death row inmates' safety, because let's be honest, you got to do some pretty disgusting shit to end up on death row. But for some reason, Utah was like, nah, fuck it, throw him to the wolves. And let's not mince words about this. This dude is real pretty. He's what gay inmates in prison would call real fuckable.
Real fuckable.
Now, some people are going to want to beat him down. Some people are going to want to stab him. Some people are going to want to stab him in the anus with their wiener penis. Some people are going to want to penetrate him with way weirder shit than that. Some people are going to want to force him to eat human feces. Some people are going to want to cut him open and stuff human feces inside the open wounds that they make on this dude. Any type of deranged, awful, derelict behavior that you could possibly imagine, that is what they're going to want to do to this dude in there. And a lot of you guys are going to be like, well, why would they want to do that to him? It's not like he's a child offender or a sexual offender. And part of what you guys need to realize is that the vast majority of convicts are not down with this pussy-ass liberal bullshit, homie. And there's a lot of people in there who are guaranteed to be Charlie Kirk fans. But even if you separate the politics all the way to the side, he is a high-profile inmate. He's like a celebrity in there, but a celebrity that they hate. So if they could go home at the end of their bid and tell their great grandkids that they're the one who beat down and butt fucked this dude, that's gonna be something that they're gonna have as a story. It's a notch on their belt. It's like a trophy in prison. To get one of these high profile pieces of shit. Now I need you all to keep in mind that this is all based on the feds not throwing in federal charges on top of the state charges, which I think that they're actually likely to do. But we're not there yet, so we're not going to evaluate that scenario yet. I think they're going to double dip on this just because they want to make sure that they absolutely exterminate this piece of shit. Donald Trump, the President of the United States of America, has already called for this dude to be executed. One way or another, that shit is going to happen, homie. When the President of the United States of America says that he wants to make sure that somebody who just did a politically motivated act of terrorism by assassinating somebody that's that high profile, you can bet your bottom dollar that that shit is already done. And look, all of this is also under the assumption that this dude does not get taken out the same way that Epstein did. And I think there is a really high likelihood of that. I think that they kind of are already setting up the play with where they're housing him in that special unit, so that it looks like he's unstable. I mean, we know that he's unstable. We know that he's not all there. We know that he's a few cherries short of a fruit basket, although he's still hella fruity. Yeah. But I think that there's a real good chance that there's more going on here than we actually have been told. I don't believe the FBI narrative. I don't believe that this was a single shooter involved situation. I mean, I know there was only one shot, but I think there were multiple people at play in this whole situation. And I think it goes a lot deeper than just some weirdos on Reddit getting together to make this thing happen. I think that there are actual forces at play that orchestrated this. And we're going to be doing a video getting into all of that. So please stay on the watch out for that. But I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know that this dude makes it to trial. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments.